Which came first, Frank? The chicken or the egg?
I will have to
Use
the
your
egg.
logic. The egg has to come first, right? I never
Yeah.
understood the question. I think the question is stupid. I'm being real. Because a
I always thought it
chicken,
was a trick question.
it is a trick question in my book. Anyone that answers it in any other way doesn't understand the way science works. No one says the original egg that produced a chicken had to come from a chicken. It could have come from something else that somehow produced a chicken. You know what I mean? So the chicken or the egg. Why do I say that? Because when you say that it started with Trump, well, if Trump's the chicken, my friend, he didn't create his own egg. He was born from something. And unfortunately, that egg was laid decades earlier. It's probably when, cable news started getting more political and more, not political, but more commentary. And then the internet doesn't help, all those chat boards. I remember when I'm going to boomer you, probably myself. I remember going on chat boards in the 90s and thinking to myself, this is a cesspool of garbage. This is way before Twitter. This kind of stuff was happening with the internet in the 90s, the early 2000s. Websites of hate and people, again, it's just misdirected energy. But you can't blame them for the hate. They're just capitalizing on it. We're the ones that are creating it, and it's the internet that started it. It's at this level, I'd like to think. But they weren't leaving like nasty posts back and forth on Twitter back in,
Yeah.
1776. But what I'm trying to say is I think where it turned the corner was social media. 20 years ago. 2005 was when Facebook started kind of really being a thing. And I remember getting on it for the first time. And when people started getting connected, you had a bunch of people with misdirected energy that were now able to direct their misdirected energy to others in mass. And it became something where not only could I just be a dipshit, I could share my dipshittedness with everyone else online. Instead of sitting at the corner of the street with a bullhorn being a dipshit, I could go on Twitter or wherever, at the time was Facebook or MySpace, and be a dipshit. And now everyone can be a dipshit. We're being dipshits right now, some people might think, right? To answer your question before, we're the ones creating the egg that these guys are being born from. So we could blame Trump, and I do quite a bit. We could blame Obama. We could blame Clinton and Bush. We could throw a rock in the air. You'll find someone guilty.